SGA is the best player in the world. On screen right now, you'll see the top 10 most efficient guard seasons in NBA history. These are seasons that players who have averaged at least 30 points a game on at least 50% from the field. Now, you see a lot of Michael Jordan. 5 out of the top 10 spots are actually held by Jordan, who is one of the most dominant and efficient players of our game. You randomly see George Gervin in the middle of the pack, as he had one of the most efficient seasons ever, averaging 33 on 52% field goal percentage. Now, you obviously see those, but there's 4 empty slots left on this list. You want to take a guess on who holds these 4? Well, I'll give you a hint. Number 10 is held by SGA in his 2022-23 season. Number 8 on this list is also held by SGA in his lone MVP season. Number 4 is also SGA in his 2023-24 season. Now, take a wild guess on who's number 1 on this list. If you said SGA this season, you'd be correct, as SGA this season is by far having the most efficient 30 points per game season in NBA history, as he's averaging 31 points a game on 55% field goal percentage. The gap between him and Jordan is insane, and this is just one of the few reasons on why SGA is the best player in the world. SGA this season is having one of the best efficient guard seasons ever, and it isn't even a debate. On screen right now, you see the top 5 points per game scorers in the league and their field goal percentage. You got Luka leading the way with 33 points a game, followed by SGA with 31 points a game, Anthony Edwards with 29 points a game, Tyrese Maxey with 28 points a game, and Jaylen Brown with 28 points a game. Now, as you can see, these are some of the most elite bucket getters in the league. Players who can get you a bucket and put up ridiculous numbers on any given night. Now, out of every person on this list, take a wild guess on who has the highest field goal percentage on this list. If you said SGA, you'd be correct, as SGA is not only the highest field goal percentage player in the top 5, but he's way above every person around him, as he averages 30 points a game on 55% field goal shooting. I mean, the gap is insane to say the least. Not only is SGA doing this on one of the most efficient guard seasons ever, but he's also leading his team to the best record in the league. This is one of the most legendary guard seasons in NBA history, and it's not even a debate either. Yeah, you can call him a free throw merchant all you want, but being able to get buckets like this on a consistent basis while also maintaining elite efficiency is not easy. And it's just more evidence to how SGA is the best player in the world. Now, hear me out. If I told you SGA is one of the clutchest players in the NBA today, would you believe me? Well, if you don't, just take a look at these clutch time shots.
It's the 6:54 mark of the second. Gilgeous-Alexander gets 2 on opening night. Pull up SGA.
SGA, not this time. The step back 3. SGA off the deck. Oh!
SGA, stop, pop, splash! SGA with 5. SGA step back 3. He's got it! And on a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain, SGA's greatest hits tour continues. OKC wins.
I mean, this kid is insane. Straight ice in those veins. Since March 17th of this year, SGA has taken 11 clutch time field goals. Take a guess on how many of them he made. If you guessed all of them, you'd be correct, as SGA has converted 100% of his clutch time field goals since March 17th of this year for 42 points. This guy is not only one of the most efficient guards in the league, but he is also the most clutch player in the league. I mean, it's safe to say that he is the best player in the world, but it doesn't just stop there. On screen, you see the top 5 highest scoring streaks of 20 plus points a night in NBA history. You got KD at 5 with 72 games straight of 20 plus a night in 2015 to 2016. You have the criminally underrated Oscar Robertson with 79 games straight of 20 plus a night in 1963 to 1964. And you have the most dominant scorer in NBA history in Wilt Chamberlain, who holds the 3rd and 2nd spots with streaks of 92 and an insane 126 games straight of 20 plus a night. Now, as you can see, These are the most prolific scoring streaks in NBA history, a footnote of the most elite bucket getters we've seen in NBA history. But wait a second, who is number 1 on this list? Well, number 1 on this list would be SGA, who broke Wilt's record early on this season of 126 consecutive games and now currently stands at 136 games of 20 plus a night. This is insane. This just shows how dominant SGA has been on the scoring side of the ball. Being a prolific scorer and averaging a lot of points is already insane enough, but being able to be consistent enough to maintain elite scoring while also maintaining elite efficiency is something that only an MVP would be able to do, and something that only the best player in the world would be able to do. However, this final stat I'm about to present might actually be the cherry on top. On screen, you see the top 4 candidates in the MVP race. You have Wemby, Jokic, Luka, and of course, SGA. Now, these are their seasonal numbers on the season. From these, you would assume that Luka or Jokic might be the front runners. However, here's one stat that people like to ignore: turnovers per game. Because if you can score the ball at an efficient clip and can be one of the best triple-double threats in the league, and you could be one of the best defenders or scorers of this generation, but if you're turning over the ball more often than others, those are simple mistakes that could be one of the main factors that could decide the MVP. So, out of all the 4 MVP candidates, I want you to take a guess on who has the least turnovers per game. If you said Luka, you'd be wrong, as he averages the most out of everyone here with 4 turnovers a game. If you said Jokic, you'd also be wrong, as he's averaging the second most with 3 turnovers per game. And if you said Wemby, well, you would also be wrong, as he's averaging 2.5 turnovers per game. It's actually SGA who averages the least amount of turnovers per game at 2 turnovers per game. So, not only can SGA score the ball effectively, efficiently, and do it at a level that no other guard in NBA history has been able to do, but he's been able to do it while also maintaining his turnovers as a main point guard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.